Micromasters, micro bases become the most incredible places.
Now the Autobots
Micromaster,
have
micro bases,
and you can connect them to form.
Micromaster, micro. Okay, I'm trying a few new things. I've designed some cool things, but different than I normally do, and it's going to be a different style of video, since I don't really have any video footage. But I have a lot to say, so welcome. Jump down the rabbit hole with me. This starts last Christmas when my wife gifted me the Transformers Legacy Galaxy Shuttle. Despite never really owning that many figures, I had a good range of Transformers experiences, from the amazing Cybertron Optimus Prime to the struggle bus that was Energon Slugslinger. As a kid, it literally took me years to figure out how he was supposed to transform. So I feel like I can give a decent review of this figure. Galaxy Shuttle is just about everything I could ever want in a Transformer. So let's start with the pros. All three modes are great. Some triple changers suffer in their second or third mode, but not the Astrotrain mold. And I love the colors better than the Astrotrain mold. His colors don't really do it for me. The tender is awesome, and I love the launchpad. And I love that it's space themed and actually looks like something. There's a lot of generic spaceship Transformers out there. They don't really do it for me. I am a sucker for the space shuttle. It was my desktop wallpaper for years up until a few weeks ago, and I even built a flying model of one a few years back. It didn't fly super great. Galaxy Shuttle also comes with great accessories, and the train mode is awesome. It's low-key become my favorite mode. Cons, it's not worth the MSRP. No Transformer is these days. They're all at least $7 too expensive in my opinion, even the core class. But I'm an adult and I can buy what I want. Some people thought he was hard to get. Not me. I just waited until he was on Amazon and bought him. I guess patience paid off in that case. I don't like the different gauge front wheels in the train mode, and I think they should have just been omitted entirely. There's some minor gaps where things don't tab in super awesome on my shuttle mode, but I don't really mind them. And the base mode, while it scales really well with my core class figures, looks a little flat. And that inspired me. I saw some potential for more, so I looked around for ideas. The obvious solution would have been to spend $140 on Amazon for the Botropolis Rescue Mission set, which I do think is fantastic, but no one should spend $140 on a couple of deluxes and some subpar Micromasters. So I started looking around the internet at other people's Galaxy Shuttle base creations to see what was out there. Take a look. Okay, a little note here. This one reminded me of the G1 Micromaster base, the Countdown rocket base. And, yeah. So I thought that last one was pretty cool. This one is an incredibly expensive recreation of the Zone base, the Transformers Zone. It involves 31 individual figures from 9 different sets, and the total cost for it is going to be somewhere over $550, and that's pre-tax, pre-shipping. So, congratulations to this guy for the most insane, expensive, obscene Transformers base ever. Okay. This one is Funbee Studios' Cyberbase system. If you haven't heard of them, seriously, check them out. And this one, these bases are Punchy's Lab. If you haven't heard of them either, seriously, also check them out. And there it is. Did you pick up on those last two bases? 3D printed parts. I like those. I am good at those. So I decided I was going to make a 3D printed shuttle base. But what makes a good Transformer base? I narrowed it down to a few things. Number one, looks. Every part of the base needs to look like something, have a function. I think that's the problem with a lot of these newer Titan Commander class base modes. They look like nothing. Sometimes like a robot lying down, or like a bunch of robot bits. This is Titan's Return Fortress Maximus, and if you compare it to the G1 Fortress Maximus, it's not even a contest.
It's Fortress Maximus,
Fortress Maximus!
the colossal headmaster Autobot City.
I didn't know about the G1 base mode until now, but holy cow, talk about a base mode. It's amazing. It looks like a real city, and I love it. The new one really dropped the ball by comparison. Big time. Number 2, interactivity. This is another thing that the original Fortress Maximus absolutely nailed, and that all good base modes have. Good bases need to have things for their occupants to do, and not just be a place to display them on top. This is why I have high hopes for the new Cyberworld line. It's excelling in allowing lots of interactivity between figures of different size classes. That Scorponok looks so cool. I'd want one if I were a kid. If I were Hasbro though, I'd also update the original Fortress Maximus design in the Cyberworld aesthetic, because kids would totally eat that up and it'd fit right in. Hasbro, you can have that idea for free. You're welcome. Number 3, ramps. Because what would a Transformers base be without ramps? Seriously. Number 4, guns.
Guns. Lots of guns.
I had a few main goals for my shuttle base. Number 1, maintain the Siege, Kingdom, Legacy aesthetic of my existing figures. To do this, I decided I would print in resin. Resin printers are really cool, they have insane resolution, and that would give me a presentation-ready finish that would also preserve all the tiny details that completely cover every figure released since the Siege toy line. But it would also somewhat constrain my designs. No ball joints, no clips, or pinwheels allowed, since resin is a far more brittle material than extruded PLA. Number 2, be playable and compatible. Fill the notebook page with ideas of different parts that could interact with the existing launchpad. I looked at the existing ports and the connections to maximize interactivity between all the parts I designed. I also wanted to give my core class figures something to do, and scale my parts with them in mind. Number 3, feel complete. To me, this meant picking parts that would have a horizontal and vertical presence. I didn't want to just make ramps. Runner-up parts included cranes, launch towers, and satellite dishes. Number 4, use things that I already have or that are accessible to me. I didn't want to buy a bunch of Micromasters, modulators, or those stupid airlock battle masters that I'd already ruled out spending $140 on the Botropolis rescue mission. I also didn't want to hunt for and buy a bunch of specialized hardware to assemble my final parts. And number 5, find a place for all of Galaxy Shuttle's accessories to go. I think sticking them all over the shuttle looks silly, and so they needed to be somewhere besides there. To these ends, I had a few ideas. To use existing surface detailing and new parts to maintain a cohesive look, to make turrets for the shuttle base to hold some of Galaxy Shuttle's gun accessories, and to upgrade my core class Optimus with a flatbed trailer to carry all of the remaining accessories. So I got to work. First part I designed was a turret for Galaxy Shuttle's Gatling gun. It has a turret base that connects to two 5mm posts on the launch pad, or can be placed on its own. The next part I designed was a trailer for Optimus Prime. The big challenge here was figuring out how to make rolling wheels. I was a little worried I'd have to get into model railroad stuff to find little tiny axles the right scale for the trailer. That sounded hard and expensive. After pondering this for a few days, I had an epiphany. Tech deck trucks. They come with all of the screws, bearings, and whatever other hardware I'd need. Cheap and accessible, and at the right scale. No specialized hobby hardware. Yes! After that, it was just a matter of making the trailer compatible with Optimus Prime's feet, something that Hasbro has already figured out for me. Plus, I'd always wanted an excuse to make some cool stuff for my core class Prime. So now he's got a riot shield. Oh yeah. Hasbro designer Mark Maher has confirmed that Galaxy Shuttle's launch pad is an homage to the Micromaster Countdown rocket base, which is incidentally also compatible with the original Galaxy Shuttle figure from 1989. So I decided to double down on the homage and design my take on the rocket base's helipad in the Siege aesthetic. In my opinion, this is far and beyond the best looking part I designed for the base, So much so that I decided to buy more paints to pick out the details. I'm glad I did. It looks so good. At this point, I decided that the trailer wouldn't be big enough for all the guns, so I made another 5mm turret. This one has more of an anti-aircraft look to it. Finally, in a last-minute move, I decided to make some ramps, but not just any ramps. I wanted to do justice by Galaxy Shuttle's train mode since I like it so much, so these ramps double as train tracks when you flip them over. The ramp side can either be a 2-lane highway, or the ramps can be combined on their long sides to make a large base plate. Doing these in the Siege aesthetic turned out to be harder than expected, but I think they turned out alright. What base mode would be complete without ramps anyways? Maya TS42 spray paint worked miracles in bringing these parts to life and matching the existing paint on the launch pad. These parts look so good that I decided to do one more thing. What you've already been seeing are the results of a photo shoot I did with my new completed shuttle base. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy.
Thanks for taking the time to listen to me ramble today, and for letting me show you my 3D printed transformer base. If any of you are interested in making your own shuttle base, files are available for free at the links in the description.
Transformer ロケットベース